So today let's talk about waiting, the waiting game. Waiting for awakening to happen. This is something I think that most people have in their minds when they get the spiritual message about enlightenment. But it's very future oriented, okay? And when we get it into our minds, or the mind is oriented to wait for awakening to happen, what's really happening is that you are literally waiting for something to happen that does not happen within time. Okay? So you're waiting for the timeless. You're thinking you're going to find the timeless in the future. It doesn't make any sense. And this is the insanity of the spiritual seeking journey, and how it can feel so confusing and frustrating to most people, waiting for the timeless, right? Welcome to the spiritual seeking hamster wheel. Just 400 more rotations and I'll get there, right? I'm almost there. My hamster wheel is taking me there. Yeah, I got to keep going. I'm training for this. It's coming. I'm almost awakened, right? The mind believes that awakening is an event. It expects that there's going to be a happening that takes place. And so we believe what the mind believes. We orient ourselves to the mental understanding of this concept of awakening. And because we feel like I'm unawakened and this teacher in front of me is awakened and he's telling me to do these things so that I can be like him, because there's this special state that I'm going to find, then I will do that. I will go A to B, right? I will go on this journey, this horizontal journey, and I will get there one day, right? But the mind is past and future oriented, right? Thoughts are literally tools so that we can access the past and the future, right? We can have memories, we can conceptualize, but there really is no past and future outside of this eternal now moment. Even the experience of the past and the future happens now. But the mind thinks in that way. The mind thinks A to B, right? It thinks horizontal. But awakening is the vertical, right? Awakening is recognizing what's here right now. So you're actually always awake. You're just pretending that there's something to find. You're pretending that there's a character. The seeker is the one that's waiting, right? But where is the seeker right now? Just in this very moment, where is the one who wants to awaken? You could say, oh, well, it's me. I'm a seeker. I want to awaken. I felt really inspired by, the Vedas, or by the Dalai Lama, or by this guy I saw on YouTube. That's me. I'm a seeker. I want to awaken. It's like, okay, well, I see a body, but where's the one that actually wants it? Because there's a thought that comes up that says, I want to awaken. But if you look for the one who's choosing that thought, who's thinking that thought, who's claiming that thought, if you trace that thought, I want to awaken, back to its source, where is the source of that thought? You will just find empty space. There is no source of the thought. It's just language. But because there's this program that says, I want this, we think, oh, that's me. I want this. There's something to find in another moment other than now. I feel unhappy, right? Something's missing. And I need to find it. And from that, all of these myths begin to form. I mean, I don't know about you, I'm definitely guilty of it. It's like when I'm enlightened, when I get enlightened, just wait. Just wait. Right? When I'm enlightened, all of my problems will go away. Right? Or when I'm enlightened or when I ascend, I will be able to control my reality. I will be able to just manifest whatever I want into existence. I spoke to people who have been like studying yoga and avid meditators, people that even really understand non-dual concepts, holding these beliefs. Like, yeah, I'm in Shiva consciousness right now, and that means that I can control my reality. But who's the one controlling the reality? Who is the I that's controlling the reality? Just in this very moment, what is I? What are you referring to right now when you say I? Don't think about the past, just right now. Go to the direct experience of I right now. You'll find a body, or what we call a body. You might find thoughts that are conditioned programs from the past. Maybe you'll find feelings or emotions or even some instincts. But where is this central character who has this will that can control their reality? Because all I see is just thoughts. And thoughts and emotions and a body, all these different waves in the ocean, right? Cresting and falling back, temporary experiences. Even the body's changing. I know mine certainly is as I approach 40. Just a bunch of concepts is what you'll find. But what's here right now that's not a concept? The mind, the thoughts, really, believe that they need to wait for something. That they need to wait for something to happen in order for one to awaken to their true nature. But, in fact, you already are your true nature. You don't become more of your true nature in another moment. We speak about the self, let's call it that, the true self, to be timeless, to be formless, to be changeless, to be already here, to be eternally present. So then why would it be happening and experienced in a moment other than now? What are you right now if there's nothing to find? Take away the future right now. Take away the next right now. Take away the past. Take away the concept of find, of searching. Take away this label seeker. Take away this concept of waiting. Waiting for what? An energetic expansion that's going to bring you closer to what you already are? That's just a thought. What's here already that's not a thought? Spiritual beliefs are not going to reveal to you what's here beyond beliefs, what's here beyond concepts, what's here beyond words. Words are not going to show you the wordless. The past and future are not going to show you the timeless. It's so absurd when you see it. It's so simple and obvious and beautiful and present and just right here. You know? And even if you imagine the future, there's a tightness there. There's a grasping, there's like a desperation. The future, oh, I will find it in the future. I have to get this in the future. I have to meditate. I have to get up at 5 and meditate because that's when the spiritual energy is the strongest. Deepak Chopra said it. And then you find out later he's in the Epstein files. Nothing too incriminating, but I mean, come on. Sending emails to this creep. Looked like they had some common legal intentions that they were discussing. And yet he portrays himself as this purified yogi, picture perfect, wise character who's a doctor, colluding with some dirtbag. It's okay. This infinity allows dirtbags too. But the future feels, I gotta get it. How do I get it, right? Rather than just what's already here. It's like if you're going for a job or something, a job interview that you really, really want. And you haven't got the job yet. And you really want it. This job's going to change your life. What's the difference between before you find out that you get it, that you go for the interview and you're waiting to hear back? Did I get it? Did I get it? Versus you find out that you got it. Oh, I've got it. I have it now. I see I have it. I don't need to worry anymore. So the waiting, do I get it? How can I get it? How can I prepare to get it? How can I tweak my resume or say the right thing in the interview or get the right experience for this job? Versus, I've got the job. I've got the job already. Right? There's like an openness when you see that it's already here, that you've already got it. There's not a grasping. There's not a clinging. There's not a story, right? The future is tight. It's because it's thoughts, because it's projections, because it's something that is imagined to not be here. But what's here is just an openness, a resting, a home in what is. You know? And yeah, like it can feel anticlimactic sometimes for the character. It can feel like, oh, what, it's just this? And I've had calls with people like that. I've had amazing calls where it's like clicks, and then other people and myself included was like, it's so simple. But what do you mean it's just this? Like, I can't accept that. I thought all my problems were going to be solved. I thought I was just going to be in bliss for the rest of my life. See how that's a projection of the character, right? But this has nothing to do with the character. This is not for the character. There's nothing for the character to gain in this. And P.S., there really is no character. It's a false orientation. So what I'm talking about is the seeing through of the character that wants awakening and that has all these projections and expectations and desires that it thinks that waiting for awakening is going to fulfill. And that's why it can feel like a process, because the mind has been gripping for so long, wanting to change its reality and holding out hope that if I do yoga, if I get up at 5 a.m. and meditate, if I do good karma, then all my problems will be solved, or whatever. Whatever it is. And so seeing this, recognizing what I'm talking about, like everything changes, but then at the same time, nothing changes, right? Chop wood, carry water. And there's just this kind of like openness to just the freedom of however this wants to respond to the environment, to the situations, to the mind. But there's nothing in it for the character, right? And there's nothing more than what you already are. And especially in non-duality, many of us, myself included, can get wrapped up in this practice of abiding as the awareness. This is getting a bit too strong. Abiding as the awareness. If I stay in the present moment enough, then I will awaken. Right? But who's the I that wants to stay in the present moment? Because that's just another thought. So this mindfulness, this being in the now, it's kind of what I'm talking about, but it's also like just another mental strategy of the mind going into the present moment. And now I'm a person that's present. Yeah. Now I'm always present. That person's not very present. That person's listening to a podcast right now, or that person's on their phone, on Instagram. Look how present I am. I'm just sitting on the bus, just being present, not stimulating myself. I'm so present. Who's present? You're already present. The mind's just imagining that the present moment is a place that it goes into. But actually, it is really what's recognized and what is you're resting in already. And this can be seen clearly when you're not in the world of language. When you're not in the world of duality, because you do not need to maintain what already is. And this is where this abiding and awareness thing gets it wrong. Because your mind is trying to pretend to be spiritual, pretend to be awakened. If I'm aware enough, I'm going to manifest awareness and I'm just going to be this clear, enlightened being. Stories, beliefs, projections. It's just another hamster wheel. I abided in awareness for 10 freaking years. I was looking through some of my photos actually the other day because I wanted to do like I think it's called a carousel on TikTok, where you put a bunch of photos up. So I wanted to put some photos of like my seeking days, like of me in India and me doing yoga and stuff. And I came across this photo of when I was at went to see Muji in 2016. There was some professional, like I would wake up super early and walk. It was like an hour walk to get down to the ashram where he was speaking at. And I would get there early because they would do like a lottery call to see like the first people that would get to sit in front of him. So there were maybe, I don't know, 200, 300 people that would show up early in the morning. And then after that, everyone would kind of trickle through. Because then otherwise people would be waiting, like getting up at 3 in the morning so that they would get the first call. So they would basically put us into rows and then be like, okay, row 1, you get to go in third. They would draw stuff. So I was like, I want to be close to Muji. And so anyway, a professional photographer snapped a photo of me when I was lining up for Muji. I'm by myself. I've got a book, I think, that I had just bought. And I'm like this, standing, just kind of like my eyebrows are creased a little bit, and I'm just like closing my eyes and just in the awareness, focusing on the awareness, trying to be in the awareness, thinking that that's going to somehow unlock some kind of special dimension. Okay. And then, you know, someone would talk to me or I'd have a conversation. I'd be like, fuck, I'm not in the awareness anymore. Oh, I can't stay in the awareness. Oh, okay. I got to go do another retreat. I got to be in the awareness all the time. Meanwhile, who is the one that needs to be in the awareness all the time? Right? It's just another mental strategy. You don't go into the present moment. You don't go into the awareness. Those are instructions for your mind. You are the awareness. And even take away the word awareness right now. What's here without all of your concepts, without all of your labels? Take away the word consciousness, take away the word soul, take away the word God, take away your name, take away the word I. Awakening is not an achievement. Okay? It's seeing that what you've been taking yourself to be this whole time is not even real. It's a play of words, of stories, of conditioned thoughts. It's not real. And so even if you see through that, and the mind comes back, and there's re-identification, it does not matter. Because you're seeing through it now. You're not believing in the thoughts anymore. And maybe sometimes you do believe in the thoughts. And then you say, oh, silly me. I'm believing in the thoughts again. Or thoughts are being believed in, if we're going to be proper non-dual speaker language people here. Do I need to believe it? Okay. No, I don't. It's just made up words. Right? The one who was seeking for awakening is not real. So the end of waiting for awakening is the end of seeking, is the end of spiritual seeking. Because there's nothing more than this. It's not like you're going to earn awareness points and then there's going to be some activation that happens in you if you're really present. The presence is the reward in itself, in a sense. Because there's just so many beliefs and concepts and misinterpretations, and really it's getting sidetracked. Speakers about this getting sidetracked and turning it into a whole business. 10-week program. First you got to do this, and then you got to do this, and then you got to do this. And then it's all just by grace. It's by grace. I don't control it. You have the grace of the guru. You have my blessings, young soul. But whether it happens or not, it's just by grace. But awakening is not something that happens, guys. It's not something that happens. It's what people are referring, and I don't even like to use the word awakening because I got to use something, right? So people understand what I'm talking about. But it's really not even like that. It's more just a seeing through what you're not, a disidentification with the thoughts and beliefs. What are you without your beliefs right now? What are you without the I? There was never any control. Yeah. Then what do you do? Those are just things I like to look at. Then what do you do? What do you do for what? What are you without the concept of awakening right now? Because this idea that there's something to find is what's making you not see what's already here. The mind is imagining there's something in a future moment called awakening, called my true nature, called the divine self. And thousands of scriptures and dozens, if not hundreds of religions have been written about it in words. And millions, if not billions of people have walked a path, imagined that they walked a path in order to find the gold at the end of the rainbow of the spiritual journey. But just like Dorothy, at the end of The Wizard of Oz, she was just dreaming. She was home the whole time.